Oh, hi! You caught me there. I was just enjoying the music. For those who don't know me, I dance a lot at home, and actually, sometimes dancing reminds me of just how amazing our bodies are. I mean, without our skeleton, none of us would be able to stand, walk, or dance. So, today, let's learn more about the skeletal system together.
And if beauty is terror, said Julian, then what is desire? We think we have many desires, but in fact we have.
Before we learn about bones, let's first understand how the skeleton develops. Early in development, most of the skeleton is made of cartilage and fibrous membranes inside of bone. The most common type is hyaline cartilage, which serves as the model for many bones. As the body grows, the cartilage is gradually replaced by bone through a process called ossification. By around 25 years old, this process is usually complete, so bones no longer grow in length. An average adult has 206 bones, and the skeleton makes up about 20% of the body's weight. Newborns have about 270 bones, but many of these gradually fuse together during growth, resulting in the adult skeleton. The human skeleton is divided into two main parts. The axial skeleton consists of 80 bones and forms the body's central axis. It includes the skull, vertebral column, ribs, and sternum. Its main functions are support, protection, and providing attachment for muscles. The appendicular skeleton consists of 126 bones. It includes the shoulder girdle, upper limbs, pelvic girdle, and lower limbs. This division mainly allows movement and helps us perform everyday activities. Together, the axial and appendicular skeleton make up the 206 bones of an adult. The skeletal system performs several important functions. It supports the body by providing its framework and helping us maintain our shape. It works with muscles to produce movement, allowing us to walk, run, and perform daily activities. Bones also provide protection. For example, the skull protects the brain, the rib cage protects the heart and lungs, the vertebral column protects the spinal cord. Another function is mineral storage, especially calcium and phosphate, which the body can use when needed. Lastly, bones carry out hematopoiesis, or the production of blood cells inside the red bone marrow. The long bone is made up of several parts, and each has a specific function. The epiphysis is found at both ends of the bone. The end closer to the body is the proximal epiphysis, while the farther end is the distal epiphysis. The diaphysis is the shaft, and the metaphysis is the region between the shaft and the ends. In growing bones, this is where the epiphyseal plate or growth plate is located. The wall of the diaphysis is mainly made of compact bones, while the epiphysis contains mostly spongy bone or cancellous bone, which has a network of trabeculae that help support the bone. The ends of the bone are covered by articular cartilage, reducing friction during joint movement. The outer surface is covered by the periosteum, while the inner surface of the medullary cavity is lined by the endosteum. Inside the medullary cavity is bone marrow. Red bone marrow produces blood cells, while yellow bone marrow stores fat. Although bones come in different sizes and shape, they all have similar basic structure, develop in similar ways, and perform many of the same functions. Bone tissue has two main types. The first is compact bone, which forms the hard outer layer. It is dense and strong, allowing bones to support body weight and resist force. The second is spongy bone, also called cancellous bone. It has many small spaces, making bones lighter without losing strength. Most spongy bone is found in the epiphysis of long bones and inside flat, short, and irregular bones. Together, compact and spongy bone provide the right balance of strength and reduced weight. Besides their structure, bones can also be grouped based on their shape. Long bones are longer than they are wide. They act as levers for movement and in the lower limbs also support body weight. Examples include the femur, tibia, fibula, humerus, radius, and ulna. Short bones are nearly equal in length and width. They provide stability and absorb shock. Examples are the carpals and tarsals. Flat bones are thin and mainly protect internal organs while providing broad surfaces for muscle attachments. Examples include the skull, sternum, ribs, and scapula. Irregular bones have complex shapes that don't fit the other categories. Examples include the vertebrae, sphenoid, ethmoid, and the hip bone, also called the xoxo. Sesamoid bones develop inside tendons. The best examples is the patella or kneecap, which protects the tendon and improves the movement of the knee. Finally, wormian bones, also called sutural bones, are small extra bones that may be found within the sutures of the skull. Under a microscope, bone is made of living cells surrounded by a hard material called the bone matrix. The matrix contains collagen, which gives bone resilience, and calcium phosphate, which provides hardness and strength. The main bone cells are osteocytes, located in small spaces called lacunae. These cells receive nutrients and remove waste through tiny channels called canaliculi, which connect neighboring lacunae. Let's take a closer look at the two types of bone tissue we mentioned earlier. Compact bone is organized into microscopic units called osteons or Haversian system. The center of each osteon is the Haversian canal, which contains blood vessels and nerves. The Volkmann's canal, also called perforating canals, connect neighboring osteons. Surrounding the central canal are lamellae. Between these layers are lacunae, which contain osteocytes. The osteocytes communicate through canaliculi, allowing nutrients and waste to move between cells. Unlike compact bones, spongy bone is made of trabeculae instead of osteons. This provides strength while keeping the bone lightweight, and the spaces between them contain bone marrow. Bones develop in two ways. Intramembranous ossification forms bone directly from sheath-like connective tissue. It produces many flat bones, including the bones of the skull and most of the mandible. Endochondral ossification begins with a hyaline cartilage model, which is gradually replaced by bones. This process forms most bones of the skeleton, especially the long bones. Since most bones develop through endochondral ossification, let's go through this process step by step. The process starts with a hyaline cartilage model. Bone first develops in the diaphysis, forming the primary ossification center. Later, secondary ossification centers appear in the epiphysis, or the ends of the bone. As ossification continues, the periosteum develops around the outer surface of the bone. During this process, osteoblasts build new bone, while osteoclasts remove old bone to help shape it. Between the diaphysis and epiphysis is the epiphyseal plate, or growth plate, where bone increases in length during childhood and adolescence. One important part of bone development is how bones grow longer. This happens at the epiphyseal plate, also called, again, the growth plate. The process begins with resting cells, which anchor the growth plate to the epiphysis. Next are the rows of young cells. These cells divide by mitosis, increasing the number of cartilage cells. As they move toward the shaft, the cells become older and large and begin to calcify, meaning minerals are deposited into them. Finally, the calcified cartilage is gradually replaced by bone tissue, forming new bone matrix. This process continues until the growth plate closes, which is why bones stop growing in length in adulthood. Bones are living tissues, so even when they're damaged by accidents, falls, or excessive force, they still have the ability to repair themselves. Bone healing happens in 4 stages. First is hematoma formation. Broken blood vessels create a blood clot or hematoma around the fracture. Next is fibrocartilaginous callus forms. This soft tissue connects the broken ends and acts as a temporary bridge. The third stage is the bony callus. Osteoblasts replace the soft callus with new bone, making the fracture stronger. Finally, bone remodeling reshapes the new bone. During this stage, osteoclasts remove excess bone while osteoblasts continue rebuilding it until the bone regains its normal structure. Blood vessels then grow into the healing area, bringing oxygen and nutrients needed for bone repair. Even after bones finish growing, they continue to change throughout life through bone remodeling, which helps maintain healthy bones and normal calcium levels. The first process is resorption. During resorption, osteoclasts break down bone tissue, releasing calcium into the bloodstream. This process is stimulated by parathyroid hormone from the parathyroid glands. The second process is deposition. Here, osteoblasts build new bone and store calcium back into the bone. This process is stimulated by calcitonin, a hormone produced by the thyroid gland. Together, these processes continuously remodel bone and help regulate calcium levels. Several factors can influence how well bones grow and heal. A deficiency of vitamin A can slow bone growth, while vitamin C deficiency reduces collagen production, making bones weaker and more fragile. Without enough vitamin D, calcium isn't absorbed properly. This can lead to rickets in children and osteomalacia in adults. Hormones also affect bone development. Too little growth hormone may cause dwarfism, while too much can lead to gigantism in children or acromegaly in adults. A deficiency of thyroid hormone can delay normal bone growth. Meanwhile, sex hormones help build bone and eventually close the growth plates, ending growth in length. Finally, regular physical stress, such as exercise, stimulates bone growth and helps strengthen bones. When normal bone remodeling is disrupted, certain bone disorders can develop. One common bone condition is osteopenia, which means mild bone loss. At this stage, bones are weaker than normal but not severely damaged. If bone loss continues, it may progress to osteoporosis. In this condition, bones become porous and fragile, increasing the risk of fractures. The hip, spine, and wrist are the most common sites of fragility fractures, which can happen even after a minor fall. To prevent osteoporosis, maintain a healthy lifestyle by getting enough calcium and vitamin D, exercising regularly, and taking medication if recommended by a healthcare provider. Besides providing support and protection, bones also have important functions inside the body. Hematopoiesis is the formation of blood cells, and it occurs in the red bone marrow. This includes red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Yellow bone marrow mainly stores fat as an energy reserve. These fats may be endogenous, meaning they are made by the body, or exogenous, meaning they come from the food we eat. Bones also store several important minerals. Calcium is needed for muscle contraction, nerve function, and blood clotting. Phosphate helps strengthen bones and is used to produce ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, the cell's main energy source. Magnesium supports enzyme activity, while sodium and potassium are essential for normal nerve and muscle functions. This function shows that bone are not just a framework, they are living tissues that continuously support many processes throughout the body. Before we end, let's do a quick recap of the key concepts from this chapter. We learned that the adult skeleton has 206 bones, while newborns have 270 bones that gradually fuse as they grow. The skeleton is divided into the axial skeleton, which supports and protects the body's central structures, and the appendicular skeleton, which allows movement. We also discussed the major functions of the skeletal system, including support, movement, protection, mineral storage, and hematopoiesis, or blood cell formation. Next, we explored the parts of a long bone, the two types of bone tissue, compact and spongy bone, and the different classifications of bones based on their shape. Last, we learned how bones develop through intramembranous and endochondral ossification, how bones grow at the epiphyseal plate, how fractures heal through 4 stages, and how osteoblasts and osteoclasts continuously remodel bone to keep it healthy. And that's it. Thank you so much for spending your time learning with me. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notification bell so you won't miss future medical and science video. Until next time, study smart, and I'll see you in the next video.